Shalom and welcome to Students of Torah. This year is entitled, Where Should One Put Up Mezuzot in One's House? So mezuzot could run in the hundreds of shekels. A person just does not have enough money to have a mezuzah in every single room, by every doorway. What is considered a mezuzah? Hashem, we're going to discuss it. But you have ones that run for 300, 400, 500 shekels. One run for, and the kosher ones are for less. And person would love to have beautiful mezuzot on every single door. He just doesn't have the funds at this time. So is there a priority? Is the most important thing the front door of the house, the bedrooms? So the fact is, if one goes through Yoredei Reish Pei Vav, one will see that there's a lot of cases where one may not be obligated in the mezuzah. It's a safek, or one is obligated, but it's a drabanan. So therefore, it would turn out, it would be best that if one has limited resources to get the nicest, finest mezuzot, and as I said, we'll discuss that, what that means in nicer mezuzah. But if he has limited resources, then one should put that money into mezuzot that are on doors that are definitely from the Torah. So let's go through some examples from Yoredei Reish Pei Vav and some of the commentaries. One, you want to have a proper doorpost and a lintel above. That's called a mezuzah, a doorpost, and a mashkof. And you want to have a door as well. If there is no door, some say one is not obligated. That is a safek doorway. We put up a mezuzah, we don't make a bracha, and therefore, in such a case, if it's a choice of one door or another, take another door where there is the lintel, the doorpost, and an actual door. Another example would be, what if it's workplace, or a machsan downstairs where no one lives in these places? So we do put a mezuzah, but that's not necessarily an obligation from the Torah. Another case would be an outside yard where there's a proper gate going to the yard from the outside to the chatzer, but no one lives in the yard. That's just an entranceway to the yard, which is an entranceway to the house. Also, one is not obligated midoraita, one's obligated rabbanan. So if there's a choice of the fancy, the nice mezuzah, do it in obligation from the Torah. Another example would be going out to one's porch. That's also a questionable case. Do you do going out, do you coming in? But the porch doesn't have a porch, doesn't have a roof usually, so it might not be considered a full-fledged room to be obligated mezuzah from the Torah. Another fascinating one is the Birkei Yosef. Birkei Yosef, in commenting on the Shulchan Aruch at the end of Reish Pei Vav, says that one who rents a house, we all know one who rents a house is obligated. In Israel, the second you rent a house that night, you must put a mezuzah before you go to sleep. Right when you move in Chutz La'aretz, you wait 30 days. But over here in Eretz Israel, you cannot have go to sleep the day you rent. You're obligated. The Birkei Yosef says that most shitot say you're obligated midrabanan. When you're obligated from the Torah, only when you own the house. What a novel idea. So once again, person owns the house versus renting a house, the mezuzot should be in the doraita place. So there's just a few examples of cases where we are obligated but may not necessarily be from the Torah. A small room, less than 4 amot, a walk-in closet, walk-in pantry. So there, once again, even if one is machmir to put it on like the Chamudei Daniel, or going out of the room like the Chazon Ish, that's not necessarily a doraita halacha. Or if you have a long, narrow room, so it adds up to more than 4 by 4 amot. So it is way more than 16 amot, but it's not 4 by 4 square. There also, some say, the Rosh says you're not obligated to mezuzah in that case. So the basic rule is that a person needs to be a baki, an expert in, or talk to an expert to go through his house or her house and see which doorways are chayiv obligated from the Torah and that's where they should put the Mehudah Mezuzot. And then the other doorways put the kosher mezuzah, but if it's not Mehudah, then that's where it should be placed. It's Hashem. Future Shiur, we'll talk what does a Mehudah mezuzah mean? What's my obligation to have Mehudah mezuzah? Yes, we'll discuss that in the future. Shalom.